name's Josh, and my name's Cronus in Dagger here, and I'm a sergeant in the Knights Templar. Alright, so what really got me into Dagger here, I guess, was I was just walking around campus one day, and I saw like a whole bunch of people. I mean, they weren't dressed up or anything, but I saw a whole bunch of people in the middle of the quad just beating each other with these sticks. And you know, at first it looked kind of dorky, foam swords, but I watched for a few minutes, and eventually I guess somebody saw me watching, and they were like, "Hey man, you know, you should pick this sword up, just have a good time, instead of just kind of being like, you look like a dork, you should try it out." So you know, being kind of a sporting kind of person, I picked a sword up and just sort of beat on some people with a big foam sword for a little while, and I had a really good time. A little while later, I met a few more friends, and they all seemed to do it, and they had a good time with it, and they invited me to go along with them, and here I am today. I guess I chose the Knights Templar just because, in all seriousness, they're a good group of people. At first, obviously, it was because all my friends were doing it, peer pressure or whatever, I guess. But all my friends were in Knights Templar, and you know, so I was like, well, I guess I'll be a Templar. And well, when I got there, I realized that it wasn't just, you know, a few of my friends. It was actually like we have, I guess, like 30 people now. And so everyone in it seems really cool, and I mean they're really down to earth, and they're fun people to be around. The thing that I would like most about the Knights Templar, I guess, would probably be the fighting style, just because we all seem to stick together really well. We're all kind of cohesive. I mean, like, because you have the rank system that we have between, like, Knight Master and Knight and Sergeant and Squire and everything like that. I mean, all the way up to Count, I guess, if I ever meet him. But just because you have everybody, you have the rank system, so you have the Knight Master, you know, making the plan, and then you have the Knights following out the Knight Master's plan, and the Sergeants kind of trying to keep the Squires, if there seem to be any Squires on the battlefield in line at that point. I really enjoy the cohesiveness of the battles. It was probably I think it was my first field battle that I'd ever been at, and I decided to pick up a spear. I'd been doing it for like a few fights, but I mean, I wasn't really too sure of it still. Me and Father William, I had my friend Griffin's 10-foot spear. Father William had this like 8-foot spear, and it was pretty much just us because everybody had gotten tired and just given up at that point. And I forget the exact scenario, but it was something like you had to capture the points, like 3 different points, and you had to hold them for a certain amount of time. Me and Father William, just the two of us, no shieldmen really. I mean, there was a few that were like from different groups and stuff like that were in front of us, but in all seriousness, they got picked off really quickly. But me and Father William took out, I want to say I took out about 4 or 5, at least, guys. I mean, this was my first field battle, so I mean, it's rare that you even get a kill in the first place. So I took out like 4 or 5 guys. Father William took out about like 9 guys. I mean, there's just 2 of us. None of us have armor on at all. We were just stabbing away, and we took out so many people, and like just the feeling of just like person after person after person just dropping to like me and his spears. That was definitely the funnest time I've had. I think probably going along with that story, my favorite weapon would definitely have to be a spear. I also really like to be sword and board, but I don't know, I don't feel like I have the dynamics of it down right. So my favorite weapon as of to date, what I've used, which is pretty much just a spear and sword and board, probably have to be a spear. I think my advice for anyone that really is just starting out is to not really hold anything back. I mean, it seems that like when some people start, they kind of tend to hold back. Like, I mean, the role-playing aspect of it is just so fun on top of everything. Like, when I first started, I didn't like the whole, like, God wills it, oh, we're Templar. I just liked the fighting. I really enjoyed the fighting aspect of it. But, I mean, going through, like, the 8 months or however long it's been that I've been playing, it's a good time to, like, to do the role-playing. I mean, also, I mean, a lot of people start out and they just make, like, one weapon, whereas I think it's actually more beneficial to you as a fighter and everything, just to make, like, to make a shield, to make a spear, to make, like, 3 swords. Because the first sword I made, I hated it. I could not use it. It was too big. It was made for 1.5 hands, which is like 2 hands or 1. But because it was 1.5 hands, I couldn't really use a shield with it because it was just it was too unwieldy. But just experiment with what you're doing, like weapons wise. Figure out what you really enjoy and try and stick with it. Because if you stick with that one weapon, or that one set of weapons, whatever it seems to be, you'll get really good at that one weapon, and that's really what Dagger here in general is missing, in my opinion, is just people that are really good with like one set of weapons and like a certain like sword and board person, and I mean like a one certain spear person that like when that person picks up a spear, people go, oh shit, so and so has a spear, I gotta get back. Just experiment with things, have fun, don't hold anything back. It's all what it's really about. Just embrace it. Don't try, and just have fun. All of that. I think I'll be in Dagger here for the rest of my life, or until I'm crippled to the point where I can't be, and at that point I'll probably still at least be on the sidelines watching. I really enjoy everything that we've done, and I mean in the past 8 months, I don't see me quitting anytime soon. God wills it.